Hi, I'm Sarah here from Inside Out, and this video is going to cover what is Reiki and how can it help me. So when I say to you, Reiki is energy healing, what does that mean? Well, Reiki is a simple, direct, and natural form of healing that allows you to absorb more life force energy, and this balances the energies in your body. I understand it like this. Everything, and that is all living things, including us, animals, plants, and all solid things too, furniture, houses, you name it, fixtures, it's all, at the end of the day, made up of energy. Organic chemist Dr. Hamilton describes it like this. When you break it down, cells become DNA, DNA becomes atoms, atoms becomes protons, neurons, and electrons. These have enormous amounts of space in between them. In fact, 99.9 times 13% empty space. And the particles that are left between all this space are really waves of energy or vibrations. And energy makes up our universe. It's all around us, and it is us. So doesn't it make sense then that all healing must occur ultimately at the energetic level also? Think about when you yourself or a child hurts themselves. What is your natural instinct? What is it that you do? You put your hand on the hurt place, right? You bring natural energy healing without even being aware that that's what you're doing. But that's what you're doing. The Reiki practitioner has been through one or more energy attunements, often along with doing their own self-healing work to clear themselves further, which makes them a clearer channel for the energy to flow through them in a powerful and more concentrated form. It flows through their hands, whether they're giving hands-on or hands-near Reiki. No personal energy is drawn or drained from the practitioner, who in contrast will be simultaneously energetically charged and strengthened during the session. You can choose to do Reiki too. You can use it for self-application, to offer it to friends and family, or you can take it further and offer it out to the public, as I do. Now, a little bit about the science. For a long, long time, Reiki, as well as all these other energy healing methods, have been outside of the realms of science, which was all really about solid facts and things that we could measure, and energy certainly wasn't fitting under that umbrella, especially in the Western area field. But now, since the 2000s in particular, the science is just growing exponentially. And, whilst there's Reiki science that will support it and be strongly showing, results, there'll be others that's less conclusive. The amount of science is growing. And the ability for there to be measurement of things that were once not possible to measure is also growing. So it's an exciting time for energy and energy healing right now. So the science shows that we can measure significant difference in the cycles per minute of energy coming off the hands of healers during treatments. The body normally emits energy at 12 gigahertz. Researcher Gary Schwartz at the University of Arizona has compared actual and sham healers giving hands-on or hands-near energy healing. And the oscillations of energy emitted from the actual healers changed significantly compared to the sham healers. The shift was so significant, the chance of it happening was 1 in 1 million. Now some research specific to Reiki. In 2006 and 2008, stressed out lab rats received Reiki treatments, and they all showed significantly reduced stress, anxiety, and depression responses. Sham or bogus Reiki treatments were given to a placebo group, and they showed no reduction in stress, anxiety, or depression. In 2005, a Center for Reiki Research was established in the US called the Touchstone Process. It offered a peer-reviewed method for analyzing Reiki programs in hospitals, clinics, and hospices with rigorous scientific review. Many medical facilities throughout the US are offering patients alternative healing programs, including Reiki, and analysing these programs and submitting them for review and compilation through the Touchstone process. The results of these Reiki Research studies are said to be remarkable, and today education in Reiki is offered free of charge in more than 800 American hospitals as a means to accelerate the healing process and to alleviate pain. Now, just to touch a little bit on distance healing, because that's a little further out of our realms of what's possible in terms of understanding how that could even be possible. So in the documentary Heal that's currently screening on Netflix, which I recommend, there is a scientist who speaks about this. Scientist and author Greg Braden describes the concept of entanglement, which is a physics term explaining how everything remains energetically connected, even though everything seems separate. He explains that historically, the Earth and all things were physically connected, until a big release of energy caused it all to separate and blow apart. And yet, physical separation happened with the particles, but they energetically stayed connected. So we are energetically connected with each other and all living things, and in fact Earth itself. That is, we are energetically entangled. And when it comes to energy, distance doesn't make a difference. Professor and researcher William Bengstein talks about energy healing not so much as energy, but as healing information that rides on energy waves. He explains that energy can diminish with distance, whilst healing doesn't, and many studies verify the effectiveness of distance healing. His own studies with mice and cancer tumours involving his own form of energy healing, image cycling, where he's repeatedly demonstrated results from 100% death rate to 100% cure rates. Furthermore, he's demonstrated energy healing 2 inches away from mice and then replicated the exact same results 2,000 miles away. So now just a little about how can Reiki help you. So Reiki engages our self-healing capacities for many health conditions and psychological problems, and can also be effective in supporting individuals through life cycle related issues. So some of the key things to know are that it relieves pain and acute symptoms quite quickly. It restores healthy energy levels. It generates really deep relaxation and reduces stress, which then allows your immune system to switch on. It can work in conjunction with any other healing modality or treatment, including medical, to relieve side effects and medication effects, promote recovery from illness, accidents, medical procedures, and surgery. It can also provide a support system for gaining acceptance of what seems unacceptable, perhaps a divorce, a serious diagnosis, impending death or bereavement, terrible news. It promotes clarity and insight into underlying problems that cause unwellness and induces healing of deep-rooted issues, helping you to make the changes and decisions that bring about what you're wanting to achieve in life. It has a positive influence on spiritual growth, working to integrate body, mind, and soul into a harmonious balance. It enhances personal awareness and intuition. And after a treatment, you may feel mentally clearer and experience deep insights into particular issues or questions or problems you're dealing with. It affects each person differently, but it always acts wherever it is needed most by the receiver, simply restoring the depleted level of energy that has been drained for that individual. The common effects from this energy boost are not only a sense of well-being, but a deep feeling of satisfaction and increased self-awareness. If you seek healing and are open and willing to this and let the Reiki energy just flow over you, it's very easy to receive it. But interestingly, even individuals very skeptical of Reiki, and I was one of those, experience the channeling of energy nonetheless, and often will call it warmth or love or peacefulness. So that's a lot of information to take on board. Feel free to watch this video a second time if you're a person who enjoys information. Or if it's too much, just let it flow over you and know that you don't have to have any information or understand anything about Reiki to receive the benefits of your unique Reiki sessions. Your body has its own wisdom, and it will absorb what it needs to activate healing within you. Thank you.